Welcome to ABC Preschool. My name is Miss Annette, and today we're going to learn about sunflowers. I'm really excited about class today, and I think part of the reason for my excitement is these sunflowers right here. I grew them myself. They started as a teeny little seed, just like this. Just a little seed. I planted it in the ground in the spring, and then it came up just tiny little sprouts after a few days, and then grew bigger and bigger and bigger. In a few minutes, I'm going to show you a video of me standing next to my big sunflowers. They grew taller than I am. They grew taller than anybody I know. They were so tall and so beautiful and wonderful. One of the things that I'll show you on the video is that these blue jays that live in my neighborhood, these blue birds would come and they would eat from these sunflower seeds. In fact, on this one right here, I think you can see it. Right here, there's a difference in the color. This darker part through here, those are the seeds, and this is where those birds had eaten the seeds. It was fun to watch them because this was hanging like this, and they would get right up under there and they would hang upside down. And I'm excited for you to see that video in sunflowers. This spring, I decided I wanted to plant some sunflowers. The first time I planted it, all the plants failed. But the second time, look what I got. These huge, tall, beautiful, mammoth sunflowers. I looked up and I noticed that some of the seeds were missing. This is when I realized that there was a bird, a couple of birds actually, that would visit my sunflower, and they would get up underneath there. Can you see that bird right there where I'm pointing to? And they would hold on with their feet, and then with their beaks they would reach in and they would pull out a seed. It was so much fun to watch. I had to be very, very quiet because if they heard me, they would fly away. Here's a bird looking for one of the seeds that had fallen down onto the ground. And here's a picture of what those sunflower seeds would look like while the birds were pecking at them. I also went to a flower patch, a sunflower patch, where a farmer had planted a lot of seeds. I saw this red sunflower, and as I got closer to that sunflower, I noticed this pesky grasshopper. It was there trying to eat those sunflowers. I loved this beautiful white sunflower, and then I noticed these bees. It was so much fun to watch them. They were very, very busy. They were so busy, they had no idea that I was standing there filming them. They were doing what bees do best, being busy and preparing to make honey. I noticed this sunflower. Now this one, out of all the sunflowers, even the ones I grew, I think is my very favorite. And let me tell you why. They had been doing some construction near that site, and they had piled all this rocky, icky dirt up into this big, huge mound that was taller than a house. And yet this sunflower found a way to grow and to thrive, and it makes me so happy. And it reminds me, I can grow in hard places too. And everything doesn't have to be perfect for it to be beautiful. Do you have sunflowers where you live? Have you ever seen a sunflower? I saw somebody eating a sunflower seed on the internet, and this is what she did. She brushed all of the blossom off of here like this to get down to the seed, and once she had got it all cleaned off, then she took and put some oil all over it, roasted it in the barbecue, closed the lid, got it all smoky and delicious. And then this is the funny part. She went like this. She bit into it like it was corn on the cob. What? She bit right into it and started chewing the seeds. And she says, they're great. They're kind of nutty. They're delicious. Then she had an idea of, let me just get a fork in here and gently grab at these seeds. That she liked even better. That's not how I eat sunflower seeds. Is that how any of you eat sunflower seeds? Do you eat it just like this with your face right in there and get at those seeds like it's corn on the cob? Well, this is how I like to eat sunflower seeds. Generally, I like to eat them when they're out of their shell, and it's just the tiny little bit of seed right there. Or I'll buy them like this, and I'll break them in my teeth and get the shell out and eat the shell like this. Have you ever eaten a sunflower seed before? Sunflowers are famous for being very, very tall, and in North America, they're even wild. And they just grow along the side of the road and in fields, and nobody even has to take care of them or plant them. They're kind of like weeds. These had to be planted. They didn't grow wild, but these sunflowers I had to plant, and if you want great big ones, you have to plant them in the ground, and they follow the sun. And what I mean by that is when they're little, before they're really big like this, let's say the sun's going to come up like this through the sky, and then the sun will set over here. Well, what they do is they follow the sun. So here's our sunshine. It comes up, and it's going to turn its little head and follow the sunshine. Isn't that wonderful? I love that. That was really fun to watch. But then as they got bigger and bigger, it was just too hard, and their heads actually started to turn towards the ground, and they didn't follow the sun anymore. Artists love to paint sunflowers, and one of the most famous artists in the whole world, his name is Vincent van Gogh. He painted a series of pictures that look like this of sunflowers, and it's a really famous collection. Let's us be artists today and paint some sunflowers, and on the center of the flower we're going to use real sunflower seeds. For this project you need 9 things: a piece of paper, some glue, scissors, marker, yellow paint, brown paint, a sponge, and sunflower seeds. All right, let's begin. First of all, we're going to take our sponge and our marker, and we're going to draw a circle shape. It's very bumpy on the sponge. Don't worry, it doesn't need to be perfect. And then after the circle, we're going to make an oval. An oval is like a long circle, very rounded as well. All right, after we get that made, we can put our marker to the side. We're going to take our scissors, and we're going to cut out our oval and our circle. We're going to use these as stamps. This sunflower we're making today is going to be made with paint, but we're not going to be using a paintbrush. We're going to use this sponge instead. It's going to be super fun. So here comes the circle next. Round and round, cutting, cutting. Always be careful when you're using scissors. Make sure you cut things that are okay to cut. For instance, paper and this sponge is okay to cut. Don't ever cut anything like your clothes or your own hair. You want to make sure and not do that. I'm going to move our little seeds off to the side here because I need this plate to hold my paint. All right, scissors, let's put you back. Case like that. All right, give the paint a shake. Make sure we get it shaken up and it can come out simple and easy. Here we have a blob of brown. That brown's awesome. I love that color. Kind of reminds me of chocolate pudding. And here's some yellow. Okay. Now, let's begin with the center of our sunflower, which is brown. So we're gonna push down and give it a little twist around ever so gently, and then lift it up. And I can see it's almost everywhere, but I might want a little more right there, maybe a little more right there. Okay, now I'm going to gently press down on my paper and then lift back up. I'm going to hold this paper down so the whole paper doesn't come back up with the paint, right close to the center, and press down, not wiggling it side to side, but just pressing down gently. Okay, then holding my paper down, lifting up. There's the center to my sunflower. I'm so happy about that. Now we're going to put some petals on. Same thing, dip in the yellow and close to the brown, but try and not touch. Press down, hold my paper down, lift up. Awesome, this is great. Press down, lift up. So carefully. Press down, gently, gently, gently. Oh, look, a little line. It went right across over there, and that's okay. We're never looking for perfection in our art. We just love the process of creating. We're creating something on this paper that wasn't there before. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, another petal. And then I think I'm just going to do one more right there. Dip down, press down. Ooh, wiggled around a little bit. Maybe I was pressing too hard. Hold my paper down and lift up. There it is. I'm going to stop right there. I love that, just like that. Now I'll take the glue, and while the paint is wet, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to let all of it just dry all at the same time. In a circular motion, I'm going to squirt some glue out onto the paper. This glue, this white, covers up all of that brown, but it will dry clear. So where the seeds have little gaps between them, it will be brown underneath. And I know that the real sunflower, as you've seen before, it's all in a beautiful organized rows. It's so fun to look at. And this is just kind of here and there. But that's because this is art. And this is my creation of a sunflower. Okay. All right, and then we just leave it right here, or put it up somewhere that's safe and let it dry. That can take almost one whole day, so you kind of have to be patient. And when it's all done, if you'd like, you could take some green and make a stem and perhaps some green leaves. After you let it dry, it will look something like this. I love it so much. I have little petals over here, and we're going to begin with the number 3 right here. This is how you make the number 3. Out and around, out and around. I love the number 3. Let's put 3 petals on this number 3 sunflower. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. 3 petals on our number 3 sunflower. Very good. Now we'll take these petals off, and let's do the number 5 sunflower. 5s are my favorite number to draw. Let me show you. Straight down, out and around, put on his hat. That's what I always think whenever I'm drawing the number 5. Straight down, out and around, put on his hat. Let's put 5 petals on the number 5 sunflower. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 petals on the number 5 sunflower. Now Let's do the number 8 sunflower. 8s are also fun to draw. It's like making an S and bring it back home. Make an S and bring it back home. Count with me as we put 8 petals on the number 8 sunflower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Our beautiful 8 sunflower. Let's get our letter box out and learn the letter of the day. The letter of the day is the letter C. This is the action to go with the sound. K, k, k. Pretend like you're cutting some paper. K, k, k. Big C, little c. What begins with C? First thing, a carrot. Carrot begins with C. Make the sound k, k, carrot. K, k, carrot. Cookie. Cookie starts with C. K, k, cookie. K, k, cookie. Cracker. Cracker starts with C. K, k, cracker. K, k, cracker. Comb. Comb starts with C. K, k, comb. K, k, comb. Car. Car starts with C. K, k, car. K, k, car. Crayons. Crayons start with C. K, k, crayon. K, k, crayon. Cow. Cow starts with C. K, k, cow. K, k, cow. Cat. Cat starts with C. K, k, cat. K, k, cat. Candy corn. There's actually 2 C's in k, k, candy, k, k, corn. Candy corn. Candy corn starts with C. Can you think of something else that starts with the letter C? I have had a great time talking about sunflowers and learning about the letter C. I'm so happy I got a chance to show you these sunflowers that I grew in my yard. I'm thankful for sunflowers, and I love to plant little seeds and watch them grow. I'm thankful for the sunshine, and I love the reminder of how great the sunshine is by watching these little sunflowers follow the sun through the sky. But most of all, I'm thankful for you. There is no one in the world like you. You are special and you are unique. Until next time, bye-bye.